The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
So I stop in a local bar, people. I go to the bar. I rent my coat. I call the bartender. I said, look, man, come down here. You got down there. So what you want? I want bourbon.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars. I am your host, Johnny Blender, coming to you live from Louisiana, down here in hurricane country. I want to apologize ahead of time if I've sounded a little off tonight. I've had a real bad chest cold for the last week, and I'm sitting up here with cough drops and cold drink to try to keep my throat from sounding too crackly, so just bear with me. It was just too big of a night to miss. The show had to go on. We got a new show coming on tonight with my good friend Randy Thornton, and Get Your Swole On. So we'll talk about that a little bit after a while. We're dealing with the onset of Tropical Storm Cindy down here. The funny thing about that is pretty much every woman I know named Cindy has been pretty much a bitch, and this storm is not much different from that.
Oh, snap.
Also, I have a little switch here on my microphone that if you hear the audio kind of go out for a second, I can turn that off so I can cough and not cough into the microphone. So I hope that should be a pleasure to you. But anyway, back to the storm. We've been getting a little rain. We flooded 2 times last year. And right now, the way it looks, this weather's coming in on both sides of us. We got the storm going to the west of us, and the squall line that's following behind it is coming up to the east of us. So if it stays on the way everything's going like right now, it's like there's water on both sides of us, but it's not falling on us. And now that I said that, I probably just really screwed things up.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that, honey.
Hey, well, I'm joined tonight with my wonderful wife, author Lynn Gibson.
What's up, daywalkers? I don't guess there's any night stalkers listening to your show, right?
I doubt it.
Okay.
And we've got our producer, Jimmy Bell, and Paul Daniels from the broadcasting Mecca, Boston, Massachusetts. You can catch out their show, Pot Talk, politically offensive talk, on Thursday nights at 8 Eastern here on Armed Radio. It is an absolutely hilarious show, and I've got to tell you, with everything that's going on, they have gotten a lot of material to work with this week and last week. So it ought to be a really good show. You can catch them tomorrow night. Let's see. Hold on just a second.
Be glad you can't hear that, people.
Yeah, you can hear it up downstairs. If you want to call into the show tonight, the number is 1-800-508-5431, and it's going to ask you for something, extension or something. It's extension 702. So if you want to call into the show, it's 800-508-5431, and then press 702 to get to my little extension. Let's see. I tell you, we got a lot to talk about tonight. It's been a pretty interesting week, but I got to thinking, I was looking over the Armed Radio site today, and it seems like Joe Rocks has decided to call Tuesday nights Ladies' Night. So then I will have to say that Wednesday is going to be Alpha Night. Alpha Night. Because after... Go ahead.
He's happy in that little world, folks.
No, I'm telling you. I mean, got ladies' nights on Tuesday night. We got Alpha Night tonight, because we start off tonight with me, Johnny Blender, on Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars. And then at 9 o'clock, you catch Glenn Spillman on Sports Insider. He talks about sports. And Glenn, I want to comment on your show from the other night by saying I think it will be hard for Merriweather not to win against McGregor. This is Floyd's backyard, and Conor is visiting. Either one of them have a chance to win, but I lean toward Floyd just because he has been to this show too many times. But you have to give Conor a big thumbs up for taking a leap and getting into the arena. I wish both of them the best of luck. And, hey, if they need help carrying any of that money, all they need to do is they can call Johnny Blender at 1-800-508-5431, extension 702, and I'll be glad to come help them carry that money for whoever wins. But I think they're both getting a huge payday anyway. And then after Glenn's show, Sports Insider, you can get your swole on with my big brother, Randy Thornton, the Big Swole, and Mark Darrow. That's going to be a good show. It starts tonight. And then let's see. After that, we got Matt
Hazley.
I just didn't want to say it wrong. With Sports Insider. Excuse me, not Sports Insider. Straight Talk. Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. Another little plug for Sports Insider. That's Glenn Spillman.
That's the one that's infatuated with the Twinkies, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what he talks about. His show is pretty much golf and Twinkies.
Okay.
But
thought so.
Yeah, it ought to be a real good show tonight. That was one of the reasons I wanted to get Swole on Armed Radio, and after we met him at
Southern
Geek Fest, yeah, he had a bad accident. I think 5 years ago, broke his neck or his back or something. Bad accident. Doctors told him he pretty much wouldn't be able to do anything because of the injuries done. Now, those doctors didn't know Swole very well. Out of the gym for 5 years, and in the last 2 weeks or three, it's been 2 or 3 weeks since he's been back out of the gym. The doctors had to slow him down from doing 2-a-days. So he's getting back in shape. He's joined by Mark Darrow, and I hope I'm pronouncing that guy's name right. He is a basketball team owner, I think, from Flint, Michigan. So yeah, the two of them ought to have a really, really good show, and
I think so.
I can't wait to see what it's going to be about.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
And then Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. He's the golf guy in Twinkies.
Yeah,
and he throws in stuff on current events. It's a pretty good show. You can check them all out. But that's Alpha Night. That's Alpha Night on Wednesdays. I don't care what Big Joe was going with the ladies' night. We got Alpha Night on Wednesdays. So Tuesdays ladies' night is all right, but Wednesday is definitely testosterone night on Armed Radio.
Dear God. That's funny.
Oh.
That's that Joe Savino guy. I don't know how his mind works sometimes, and he says I'm the scary one. I don't get that.
I don't know, but I saw a picture of Joe Savino or Joe Savino. We call him Joe Savino. It's kind of a joke, but Joe Savino is the owner of Armed Radio, and he's a really good guy. But I saw a picture, and he puts a lot of pictures up, and he puts some pretty cool pictures up sometimes. But today it looked like the Grey Goose Bandit had gotten back into the. He said a white glass of vodka with ice cubes, or it could have been a glass of water.
Right.
But then it said Grey Goose has just made an appearance or something like that. So I kind of tend to the Grey Goose Bandit is back.
Yeah, I think so. Kind of sounds that way.
Let's see. In drag racing coming up June 30th, July 1st, we've got Redemption 8.0 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. In this whole Redemption series that we've been covering for the last couple of months, well, let's see. Tonight is my 9th show.
Wow.
So I'm over 2 months.
You go, boy.
I'm telling you. Britt, the show's friend Britt Cummings sent me an update that for the Redemption 8.0 in Tulsa, military active ID will be free. Anybody with a military active ID, I don't know where I was going with that. It just kept coming out wrong the way I was trying to say it. Must be the cough drops.
Must be.
Free admission. Just let me just make it short, narrow it down. If you're in the military, you got an ID, free admission to Redemption 8.0 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, June 30th through July 1st. You got to give props to the people at Redemption Series for honoring our military. But, Britt, if you're listening, you might want to give the guys at Redemption the idea. It might be kind of good, especially with right now down here, the way things are going. Might think about adding first responders as well.
That's an excellent idea.
That's just my thought. And I know, Britt, you got some juice with those guys, so might be a good thing to check in.
I think they'd go for it.
Yeah, I can't see why they wouldn't. Now we have been talking about my little man, Waylon Vining,
you got it.
And his dirt cart. Waylon is rolling in that little dirt cart he's got. What was it? 2 weeks ago, it was his first race at the track, and he finished second place in the. He finished. What did he do? He won the heat race, and he finished second place in the feature race.
Right.
Well, this past weekend, he took first place in the feature race.
Oh, that's awesome.
So great job, Waylon. This little guy is going to be someone to watch. And Cole, you better start learning how to be an agent.
Yeah, definitely. This kid's awesome.
He really is. He's a good kid, and he's having having a blast.
Of course he is. He's going to hate to go back to school. That's going to suck so bad for him.
That's a true. Hey, and by the way, I want to mention that we have a new sponsor to Armed Radio.
I know you were excited about that one.
I was excited about this. Jimmy John's.
Oh, Lord.
Those are the best freaking sandwiches out there. I love them.
Pretty good.
We have one in Hammond, and they rock. Next week when we go live for video, I will have the Jimmy John's. What was that thing we got? It
was a big old sample box. It had a little everything in it.
Had all the sandwiches in it. Oh, yeah, we'll have that because we're supposed to be having a few people stop by and pop in next week.
Oh, joy. All your friends.
Yeah. I'm not sure I like the way you said that. Hold on, I'm going to call for a minute so you can talk. Okay,
no offense, buddies.
Yeah. And look, how is we picked up some stuff, some events for the Adrian Fury Dragster and the Twisted Southern Horror Queen, Lynn Gibson. Let's see what we've got an event coming up in Tupelo, Mississippi.
Yes, definitely.
That's the Horror Con of Mississippi.
Right, that is at the end of next month.
The end of next month. And then we have, Creepy Con in Knoxville?
Right. That is September 8th, I believe.
Okay. And then what?
Their people are talking to our people about the one in Kentucky, Harlan, Kentucky.
Well, they got the one Harlan, Kentucky, and then there was another one, too, in Lexington, Kentucky as well.
Yeah, we're going to talk.
Yeah,
we're going to talk.
Well, and then we've got a couple of events already lined up for 2018.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? We're still filling up this year's schedule, and next year's schedule's filling up too. I'm digging that.
That's good. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to my buddies Claus, Wayne, and Johnny, who are dealing with the storm in New Orleans with the New Orleans Police Department. All of these guys have pretty much, when they came to work and went to work for New Orleans Police Department, all moved. One came from Las Vegas, one came from Virginia, one came from Kentucky. And, so they don't have a lot of hurricanes and stuff up there. So this is their first hurricane to work with. So they're getting broke into the NOPD
Yeah, it's not the winds. They're not catching that right now, but
Well,
they're learning the water side of it at the moment.
And it's probably better. It's probably better to get broke in on something that's a small storm like this instead of just getting hammered by Katrina all at once.
Yeah, I think so.
That's tough learning on the job. And don't forget about our buddy Jacob Allen with the Louisiana State Police.
Oh, yeah, he's out there busting it right now, too. Thanks, Jacob.
Jacob's a great guy. These guys guys are doing the work while the rest of us are staying out of the storm, following the instructions that public officials, the governor, and everybody else, the Department of Transportation are saying, please stay off the road if you don't need to go anywhere. And then when you're looking at the TV a little while ago, people were broke down in the middle of a street that was 4 foot up with water.
Right.
It's one of those things. And then these guys have to go out and get the idiots.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It takes a special kind of person.
It takes a special kind of stupid to drive a car across 1/2 foot of water, or 2 foot of water.
Yeah.
So if you see a first responder out there tomorrow in this area or any area, when you're headed to work, buy their coffee, buy them a soda, or just tell them thank you. You appreciate what they do. I see Joe Savino just posted on the timeline, so that was good. We know Big Joe's listening tonight.
How's that Grey Goose, Joe?
It's I didn't look to see what he posted. I just let me do that. Let me look over and see what he posted. I love you, Big Joe. I won't read what he.
One of those, huh?
Hey, and let's give a big shout out to my buddy Greg Lalonde. I'm giving him a shout out because he called in to check on us today.
That was cool. Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Greg. And it's funny. He is closer to a stormed area than we are right now. But he still called and checked on us. Greg's a buddy of mine. He's a retired U.S. Navy master diver who I met a number of years ago, and he started restoring an old International Scout, and he has just finished it up. And I got to tell you, it is a beautiful truck. I'll have pictures up on the Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars Facebook page after the show. My business did a ton of work on this shop. On this truck. We did a bunch of powder coating. We did a bunch of fabrication. In fact, we finished up some fabrication on his roll bars last week before. We did it while I was getting this cold. And I will tell you, it absolutely looks awesome. And Greg, when I post the pictures, I definitely am going to post the pictures of your Scout with the Hooter Girls.
Awesome.
Yeah, always with the Hooter Girls. Let's see. I got a question from Buck. Buck. That's a manly name.
Mm-hmm.
Buck's question. He may not have been asking the question for me. This question may be directed at you, Lynn.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Buck's question is corded or battery operated tools?
Oh, no, don't go there.
All right, well, Buck, I like them both. For fab work, I like corded tools better than batteries because I forget to plug the damn batteries in. They seem to run out faster than they run out of power faster than I run out of work. I've got an array of DeWalt grinders that I use whenever I'm doing fabricating work. I do like the battery operated tools, especially if I'm doing body panels on a dragster or floor pans or anything like that, where I'm driven and riveting using Zeus fasteners or anything like that, just because I can drill holes real fast. I keep when I'm doing fab work, I've got 3 DeWalt grinders that I've had for years. And they just hold up and can take a pounding. I got one grinder that I keep that has a grinding wheel on it. I've got one that I use it has a cutoff wheel on it, and one that has a flap wheel on it. So when I'm fabricating, I have all 3 of these close to me, so I can do whatever I needed to do. So I like both tools, but like I said, with fabricate work, I rather go with corded than battery. So, Lynn, what's your choice?
I actually corded as well. I like it when my tools work as hard as I do.
Didn't get that cough button just in time on that one, but
right.
You know, watch out. This is a family show.
Yeah.
But
Come on now. I probably out of all your friends, yeah, that's about right.
So, hey, Buck, I hope that helps. And since I read your question on the show, I will be sending you a Vampire Chassis T-shirt. So you were fixing to say something? What was that?
Oh, no. No, it's all right. It's a family show. I'm trying to be good.
Yeah, I know. It's hard, isn't it?
It's so hard for me. Y'all don't know. It's a struggle. The struggle is real.
The struggle is real. I hadn't smoked too many cigars in the last week due to this cold, so I don't have a review for you this week. But I would like for you to look out at our buddies at MikeCigars.com. And Mike Cigars has a page on Facebook. These guys have great deals. They carry a ton of different cigars. Their customer service is awesome. Their shipping is fast. So check them out and tell them that Johnny Blender sent you from Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars.
User joined your channel.
Uh-oh, somebody just joined our channel.
That would be me.
Hey, it's Jimmy Bell, our producer. How you doing this evening, Jim?
Good. I just had to talk to Matt for a while.
Oh, okay. Was that painful?
Nope.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I kind of figured it would be. Oh, let's see.
Now you're trying to get Jimmy in trouble.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Matt, if you're listening, be sure to send Lynn that address, because if she asked me, where do I send this cigar and cigar box to? Matt hadn't sent me an address yet. So you need to get that taken care of for me.
I think he's scared too, because I said something to Big Joe Savino about shipping him a voodoo doll.
Yeah.
I don't think Glenn wants to give his address out now. I think
not Glenn, Matt.
Word got out.
Not Glenn, Matt.
I mean, yeah. Glenn's got his already. Matt, yeah.
Yeah, Glenn got his, Jimmy got his, Paul got his, Joe got his. I don't know if he ever smoked it or not.
I smoked mine. I know that. It was a good one.
Hey, I don't know what Joe did. He hadn't elaborated. He said he was keeping it till he got through doing some kind of production thing. So, also wanted to mention the Ink Lady Tattoo Contest. It's been extended to the end of August because we have events at the end of July that were gonna keep us out for a few days, so we didn't want to miss any entries or anything. The top 12 vote getters, people with girls with the most likes on their page, their picture, will be in the 2018 Armed Radio Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars calendar. Rules are simple. Got to have ink. No selfies. Let somebody else take the pictures, whether it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your sister, your kids. Somebody else take the picture, not a selfie. And no duck face.
Oh, no.
Ladies, you have no idea how stupid that looks.
We laugh at y'all over our morning coffee every day. Just don't do it.
I pissed off a girl the other day. She sent me a picture and asked, what did I think? She was doing that duck face crap, and I told her the picture was great, except she looked like she was sucking on a lemon.
Yep.
She unfriended me.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah. I don't know. The funny thing is, guys tell women they look great on those pictures, no matter how bad it is. If he thinks he has a chance with her,
he'll lie.
He will lie
like a dog.
Ain't that right, Jimmy?
That's right.
See, I told you. Hold on, I've got a cough again. Take it away, Lynn.
I'm used to all that. He knows better than a lot of me, though, because, he does have to close his eyes in this house.
Sometimes.
It happens. You're not expiring on me up there yet, are you?
No, it's just my throat's sore, and my chest is hurting from all the coughing and everything that I've been doing.
Yeah, poor baby.
Well, I'm telling you.
Well, you should feel better tomorrow because I think I have it now, so you'll be all right.
Yeah. Every time somebody else gets a cold, if you got it and you give it to somebody else, pretty much goes away.
Yeah, thanks so much, honey.
We were going to start the live show tonight, but the weather and that bitch tropical storm known as Cindy screwed those plans up.
Yeah.
So if we're still here next week, we will be live.
We were sweating the power and the cable and everything going out. That would have messed you up bad.
And the funny thing is, it was raining right before we went on.
Bad. And
then once Jimmy said 30 seconds, the rain stopped. It even looks like the sun might be peeking out a little bit, or if it's not sun, it's just light. It's peeking out a little bit. The trees and everything are not moving. So I don't know, man. Jimmy may have some juice with this with Cindy.
I did last night. I did Amy's show, and at the very last minute, her power went out. And
wow.
So all I had to do was play the end of the show, so it worked out perfect.
Where is Amy? That's Amy Shafalo, right?
Yeah, Rock Talk.
Rock Talk. Where is she at?
She's in Vacaville, California. She's right in Napa Valley.
Vodkaville?
VACA.
Oh, okay, Vaca. Okay. I was just saying Vodkaville. All the years in the bar.
It sounds like it.
That would have been a place I would have wound up.
I never even thought of it like that.
If it was Vodkaville, they'd probably have a big statue of Joe Savino out there.
Welcome home, Joe.
And Joe still thinks they make vodka from grapes.
Oh man,
the white ones, right?
That's funny. That's pretty good. I like that. But yeah, I'm. Joe keeps commenting on my timeline. Okay, I hadn't read it. He's uncommented 4 times. Let's see. Let's see if he's put anything on here exciting. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah. Be prepared to censor.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's got a cigar burning.
Oh, well, maybe that's the cigar you sent him.
Oh, well, I didn't think about it. No, that's not. I could tell that Kentucky Gentleman cigar anywhere, and that ain't it.
Okay.
Because I sent him a Kentucky Gentleman Moonshine cigar. So,
are you sure it's a cigar he's smoking?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that's good. It will. Anyway, back to. Let's see. Oh, hold on. It's coming up on time for a commercial. Jimmy, it's 7:30 almost. You ready to do me a commercial?
Sure am.
All right, brother. Take it away.
Are you hangry? Know the signs. Uncontrollable yelling.
Why aren't you egg rolls?
Hallucination.
Sushi.
Pants discomfort.
I hate you, pants.
Hangry. It can happen to anyone. Fortunately, there's E24, the app that tells hunger to shut up.
Egg rolls. Thanks, Snoop.
E24. In my medical opinion, it's the best way to order food online, baby.
Hey everyone, I want to tell you all about an amazing salon. Joyce's, located at 132 Ferry Street in Everett, Massachusetts. Joyce's specializes in the latest techniques in coloring, styling, cutting, and beach waves. Joyce's features Sukesha all-natural nutrient products and organic color. Joyce's full-service spa and salon located at 132 Ferry Street, Everett, Massachusetts. 617-387-6688. Specializing in you.
Hey there, all you creepy people. This is Kevin Wayne from Portland, Oregon. You're listening to Armed Radio, home of the big guns.
Whew, nice shooting. Hey, that's a sweet AK-47 chest rig. Is that multicam?
Yep, got it from StrikeHardGear.com.
Strike what?
StrikeHardGear.com.
Set your sights on StrikeHardGear.com. Tough, tactical gear for your Soviet-style weapon that's made in the USA. Affordable, plus a no-questions-asked 30-day money-back guarantee and lifetime replacement warranty. StrikeHardGear.com. Go ahead. Pull the trigger.
Coming in, welcome back. Welcome back to Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars. I am your host, Johnny Blender, with my beautiful wife, Lynn.
He's walking on eggshells tonight, y'all. Y'all just don't know.
Oh, well, you know, we're
from
down
the
here.
deathbed on to eggshells.
I'm telling you, man. But you know, it's one of those things. You know, you got to feel a little bit sorry for me. I just feel so bad. And
Folks,
but
I have no. Yes, the show must go on.
The show must go on.
But it's been a week of you inside, feeling so bad. Yeah, I know.
You're just mad because I was inside a little bit of the time.
A lot of bit at a time.
Well, you know, usually most of that time you're not here, so it's not like. Never mind. Look, just got a message from our buddy who's another first responder, Derek Ladner, over in Long Beach, Mississippi, one of the places that is getting pounded right now by the big rain.
Oh, it's bad. Did you see the pictures earlier on the news?
I did. I saw the pictures there, and I saw the pictures of what was it, Pensacola?
Grand Isle.
Well, I saw the pictures of Pensacola too.
Oh, I didn't see Pensacola. They get beat up pretty bad.
They got their asses handed to them. So probably need to text the daughter and the grandkids.
Yeah.
See how they're doing. But yeah, Derek Ladner, our buddy, he said thanks for calling. I called earlier, or texted him earlier today to check on him. Derek is a first responders ambulance driver, and I think he said he started at 6 this morning, and he's been wet all day.
Oh, he's going to be sick next.
Yeah, so Derek, thanks for listening to the show, and we really appreciate the job and the work that you're doing out there, and try to get you some rest. I think he pulls I think that's like a 24-hour shift.
Oh, wow.
On the ambulance or something like that. And I think that's regular. But, you know, if it is a 24-hour shift, having to pull that on event like this, that, you know, man, that's tough.
Darren,
that's
you
tough.
are Iron Man.
Iron Man. So, yeah, that's good. All right, let's see. Well, I'm looking forward, like I said earlier, we were looking forward to starting the live show tonight, but Tropical Storm Cindy screwed that up for us.
Yeah, and she just kind of like came from out of nowhere.
You know, I'm starting to think of Tropical Storm Cindy kind of along the same lines as the Everlast Power Plasma Cutter and the customer service of Everlast Generator.
You're never going to let go of that, are you? You're like
I will
a pit
never
bull.
let go of that. I will
Your teeth
never
are
let go of
sunk
that.
into it, and you're just shaking it.
I'm tearing it. I can feel it. Anyway, all right, I want to get away from tearing that. But yeah, I'm looking for the live video. It's going to be an adventure. I'm going to have 2 camera feeds. We'll be taking phone calls. We've got neon lights. I got some cool neon. And some other really cool stuff. I'm going to have 1 camera that is on me and you. If you come into the shop, I may have you on the inside of the house doing back in your lady loft. That way we can have an offset of testosterone and estrogen, but not have them directly together.
Okay.
So we'll have to see how that works. But yeah, catch the show next week. We're gonna have some studio guests in as well as food. And you know where we're getting the food from.
Oh, I know. That was your whole excuse to go to Jimmy John's.
We are going to have the multi-sandwich sample tray from Jimmy John's here, and our local Jimmy John's in Hammond, Louisiana. I may even try to get the. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to try to see if we can get because the Jimmy John's will deliver to us.
Will they?
Yes. But I may see if I can get them to deliver to us when the show is on. That way at my other camera, I can spin it around when the Jimmy John's people walk in with the food.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Do that. I'll let the dogs out.
Scare the shit out of them.
We'll get the Jimmy John's for free.
They'll be running. Hold on, it's time for me to cough. Let me turn my mic off.
And here we go, folks. But when he's coughing, he's not talking, so it's a little bit of a relief for me.
Hey, what all do you have coming up?
What all do I have coming up on, like a future show?
No, as far as events, do you have any events coming up?
Well, I have the same events that you have, with the exception of one.
Right, but okay, then you have something else coming up.
Well, that's a speaking event. That's actually going to be in our old hometown of Picayune, Mississippi in September. So I got a little time to prepare for it. They were really cool, got in touch with me, asked me if I would come and speak at their symposium, and I was, of course, happy to oblige, go home and maybe meet up with some old friends. And they had mentioned that it was going to be a family event, but that they were aware that I was not family friendly, so they were writing off the children's authors so they could have me instead. So I thought that was pretty cool. They helped me out. And of course I told them I don't do mornings, so they scheduled me in the afternoon. So if you're in the Picayune area in September, I think that's the week of the 28th, come and check me out. I'd be happy to give you a shout out.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I noticed they didn't invite me to that.
Well, I think I'm about all they can handle.
Well, while you're over there, do me a favor and bring that table home from Mama's.
What you want me to do, strap it across the top of my car?
Yeah.
No.
That'll look cool.
No, not happening. Ever. Ever. I'm the only person in Louisiana who's owned a pickup truck that never hauled anything.
I know. Then that really hurt all the trailers and everything I had that I wanted moved. So.
No. Sorry, yeah. Slick.
But, yeah, we've got to look. We got Big Swole's going to be taken to the air tonight.
I think that is going to be so cool.
I think it is too. I think he is. He's called, or he called me once, but then he's messaged me a couple of times, and I think it's going to be great. I think he's really going to. I think he's going to have a good time doing it.
Yeah, I think he will. He's a great guy, very humble, very personable, and very intelligent. He's got irons in every fire, but you'd have no idea unless you actually sit down and have a conversation with him.
Yeah, he is. He's a good guy. I'm excited. That was one of the reasons, that was one of the reasons I didn't try to get them to play a tape of one of the old shows or something like that tonight. After tonight, I'm 2 digits.
Oh, you're 2 digits.
I'm 2 digits.
Oh my God, that's
So
awesome.
yeah.
You're doing well, honey.
It'll be 10.
You're doing fantastic.
Yeah, so, hey, Joe, I see what you just posted on there about playing the Jimmy John's commercial. Look, I'm taking care of that. I'm sure you produced and made a great Jimmy John's commercial. But there's one thing that sells Jimmy John's better than a commercial. Me talking about eating Jimmy John's. And that's some good sandwiches. I don't care who you are. You remember when we were at the Cancer Kids thing last October?
Yeah.
Or was it September?
It was actually September.
September, that's right. But do you remember when the Jimmy John's boxes were over there?
Yeah, you kept eyeballing them.
Oh, man. I tore those turkeys were unbelievable.
I was working on them a little bit myself. I think that's why Lisa Nave came over and said, "Why don't you take that box home with you? We got some leftovers."
That's right. They gave us a box of sandwiches.
I said, "Well, I'll just take a couple." She said, "No, take the box."
Yeah, because we had the roast beef.
Yeah.
The turkey, the ham, and then what was it? Salami and
I can't remember what it was, but it was
capicola good. With mozzarella, and oh my God, that was just awesome. They had chips and stuff, but I wasn't worried about the sandwiches. Is what I was just having to concentrate on.
Yeah,
but Jimmy John's, another sponsor of Armed Radio here on TuneIn Satellite. And if you missed the show tonight, or if you missed something I may have said, you can always listen to any of the shows on Armed Radio on their playback with Spreaker, Spreaker.com. We put links up to the shows on our websites. So you can, and our boss Joe Savino puts the links to playbacks everywhere. I went into a bathroom the other day and there was a link to my show on the bathroom wall.
What'd you do? Hit it with your finger?
Hit it with my finger and it started playing. It was just unbelievable. I don't know how Joe Savino has got that kind of pull.
Oh my God! Was it next to Detective Tony Street's link?
Don't want to go there. Hey, but I would like to. Did you see the little banner that Detective Tony Street made for the Whiskey Cars and Cigars place, the marquee?
No, I didn't see his, but he actually made one for me too. So big shout out to Tony.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. We appreciate that.
He spelled my name right and everything. That was awesome.
You mean just one N?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like insane. It's only got one N in it, right?
Lindsay.
Oh, that's good. I like that. That's Jimmy. Hey, it was all Jimmy. That had nothing to do with that.
I embrace my crazy.
I endure her crazy.
Yeah, but you're the one that came into the house this afternoon. Okay, folks, after 18 years of living with me, horror has rubbed off on Big Johnny Blender because he was so excited to come running in the house this afternoon and tell me that he had a brand new idea for a brand new book for me, and it included something having to do with missing body limbs and serial killers and a demon and a haunted house and all kind of madness. So yeah, don't just think it's me. It's also a little bit him.
You rub it off on him.
Apparently.
No, that's the shit I deal with every day. I was just kind of making a synopsis of like the last week, and it all came to me, and I just threw a few colorful words into it and made it sound like, it was a horror tale, but it's actually what I was living all week.
It was a good idea, though. I think I'm going to sit down and try to start writing out a little bit.
I think you should. I was listening to Glenn Spillman's show, Cellar 13 Films, the other night.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to follow, and that was the first time I had got to listen to Cell 13 films, and with him being in the movies and script writing and screenplays, I was just listening to what he said, and one of the things that he was saying is that he writes every day. He said even if it's just typing and putting a whole bunch of words on a page, and it's a half a page, he writes every day. And he said, then he may get a combination of those pages over a little bit of time and kind of go back and look at it. But he was just writing down stuff that popped into his head at the time. And then he said he may come to it later on and kind of reorganize things and I'm like that when I'm working on cars. When I'm designing some of these cars and doing some of the custom work on them, like the other day I was working on the front suspension of the Monster Rat. And one of the things that came to me is I was picturing the Monster Rat with the hood on it. And I was seeing that big Cummins diesel I was going to have to notch out the hood to open it up so the engine the valve cover would actually stick out of the hood.
Right.
And as I was working on the front suspension, I looked and saw in my mind that hood was going to have to be notched out. And then I noticed I had about 7 inches from the bottom of the oil pan to the bottom of the frame. So I then redesigned the motor mounts to drop the motor down.
So are you still going to have to notch the hood out?
No, I'm gonna drop the motor down. I've got the frame mounts that I made and boxed in that are real cool, but the mounts that bolt to the side of the Cummins engine, I'm going to just change the offset on them. So where they bolt to the block, I'm gonna make that plate longer so I can still have the same 4 holes, but just have them down lower.
Oh, okay.
So I can drop the block down, because I think one of the cool characteristics of the Monster Rat, which if you haven't been following the show, the Monster Rat is a 1949 Buick Roadmaster 4-door that we're doing for Kyle Hedgens, and it's Cummins diesel 4-wheel drive with 44-inch tires on it. It's a massive project. But it's just really cool, and the cool thing I thought about it was having the hood on it. May not having all the fenders on the front, but definitely having the hood on it, just to kind of give it some of the
character.
The trunk, the top, the hood, and then do custom bumpers on the front and back, and custom fenders on the front and back to arch out for these big tires, these monster tires that will be on it. And I want to incorporate some roll bars into it. So I got a cough again.
Okay, well, you go ahead and cough. But this sucker is massive. He was talking about he had to roll it out of the shop, and I looked at it, and I'm going, how are you going to roll it out of the shop? Because it's wider than the garage doors, so he's going to have to rig something up.
Well, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take 2 of the back 2 tires, or get 2 other tires like on my dually. Mm-hmm. Because the dually and the 4-wheel drive axles have the same bolt pattern. So I'm going to have to get 2 tires that are like the size of my dually and put on the front, and then roll those out. And when I get those off of the front, take those 2 tires off, put the 2 big tires back on it, then come around and put the 2 dually tires on the back.
Richard will be exhausted that day.
Richard, my boy Richard, he wouldn't be able to do that. I think he would get too confused.
I'll come out and help you if you need me.
Yeah, I think that there's too much swapping around. I think he would get lost on doing that. This is it's an awesome project. A very, very good friend of ours, the client, he's turned out to be a really, really good guy. He's patient, and he's maybe a little more patient than I am, because building the car is one thing, but then having the ideas of what you want to do to the car are another thing. And as long as you're having, I kind of look at it like this, as long as you're having the ideas of what you want to do to the car while I'm working in that section of the car, helps a lot.
I'm laughing because it kind of sounds like us building this house.
Yeah, put a wall there. Yeah, had the house framed up, and Lynn's walking around. She goes, this room could be bigger. Okay, so what do you want me to do? Well, can we take out this wall right here? Well, this separates 2 bedrooms. Well, okay, let's just make it one big bedroom. We don't have any kids that live at home or anything. It's just going to be us. So we built a 2,600 square foot, 2-story, 2-bedroom house.
Yes.
But the master bedroom is like 1,500 square feet.
800 square feet of closet.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I got screwed on that deal. I built the house and got screwed on that. She's got a closet that the pool boy could sleep in. It's 8 feet wide, 7 feet tall, or 8 feet tall, and 20 feet long. And I got this little closet that is a
2
door.
by 3.
Yeah, it's a door. And I'm looking at that, and I'm like, how did I do this? How did this happen? So, yeah, kind of got screwed on that deal. I think I'm doing pretty good. I feel another cough coming on, so take it away, honey.
Well, I had to have some place to put all those shoes. And he's given me grief for years over his shoes because he says I only have 2 feet. Why do I need 100 pairs of shoes?
146 pairs of shoes.
That's outrageous.
2 freaking feet.
I mean, did they go all the way back to when you were a baby or what?
No, hell no. That goes all the way back to the last flood. Look, I'll send you a picture. The insurance guy, the insurance adjuster, when he was writing, walked outside. He asked, do you have any personal items to claim? And Lynn goes, did you get my shoes? And he said, well, I saw these shoes. She said, no, look out the back door. A freaking pile, 4 feet high, 5 feet around of shoes. He opened the door to take a picture of that, and he was dumbfounded.
Oh, yeah, it happens.
I will send you a picture of that. It's the shoe pile. And I think she was able to save, now how you save shoes, I don't know, but she was able to save like 25 pair. And now it has, they're like rabbits.
I'm working diligently to replace my shoes.
Replace your shoes? Hell, there's more in there now than there was.
Not necessarily.
You got that many days left on Earth?
Probably not.
Oh, my Lord. If she keep buying shoes, I know I won't.
And you know what was hilarious is when the first contractors came out and I had all of my corsets and all my Morticia gear hanging on stuff trying to dry out so I could wash it.
Oh, yeah.
The contractors.
That was kind of funny. By the way, I talked to the contractors yesterday, and they are on standby.
Yeah.
And
indeed.
I talked to our Hispanic workers, our Hispanic worker bookie, and he had our Hispanic workers on standby, so they're probably going to be outraged that the tornado or the hurricane didn't do more damage because
I'm sure
they won't be at the Gibson's house for a few days.
No, they won't be here, I don't think.
They enjoyed being here. They enjoyed being here.
They did. They laughed their asses off the whole time they were here.
It was the shoes. It was the shoes.
Probably.
So, yeah, but, it's all good. It looks like we're going to dodge a bullet on this one. Now we just got into hurricane season real good. So, hey, there'll be more.
Yeah.
And then last year it ran past hurricane season when we had one last year, and that was the one that took out that event in Orlando.
Orlando, yeah. That's right. Matthew, I think.
Matthew. That was a little prick's name.
Yeah. But where do you go? Because you can't get away from it. You move north, and you've got snow, and there's the tornado band that's across there, and at least with a hurricane or a tropical storm, you see it coming. You got a couple days to go make groceries and do what you got to do. If you move to the West Coast, then there's the earthquakes.
You don't even have to talk about that. You'll never find me living on the West Coast.
It's not likely. I didn't say you.
Yeah,
like
no.
If
I lived anywhere on the West Coast, it would be right on the fault line, and I would be using all the power tools I had to see if I could cut that fault to make part of it
pry it
fall
apart.
off. Yeah, just pry part of that off of the United States. But I don't want to talk about that because that's part of Jimmy's show. Pot Talk on Thursday nights at 8 Eastern Time. Politically offensive talk with Jimmy Bell and Paul Daniels. That's pretty good how I went into that, wasn't it, Jimmy?
I like
that. Good
segue. But let's see. So tonight we've got Glenn Spillman on Sports Insider directly after this show. And you know me, Glenn, I'll be listening to you. I listen to everybody. And then after that, we got my man Big Swole and Mark Darrow. And Mark, I hope I'm saying your name right. So if you ask any of the other hosts, I have a problem with names. Glenn Spillman's finally got rid of his partner on his show, or his partner quit playing, and I messed that poor boy's name up for 10 episodes, or 9 episodes. Hold on, let me make it 10. Pasquale Sprague.
Pasquale hasn't been on for a while.
I know. That's what he was in Narnia the last I heard.
Yeah, so I haven't been announcing it or advertising it.
But hey, I just haven't been messing the name up. You know, that's a big thing. You get the name I don't mess up.
Right. It's a good thing.
Yeah. And then, like I said, Matt Hazley with Straight Talk is after Big Swole. So, yeah, man, this is Alpha Night. You know, if there was another Alpha show that we could put on Wednesday night, you know, another man up kind of show after me, and then after Glenn, then after Big Swole and Matt, you know, I mean that's pretty much the beef right there. Yeah, I just don't think we could find another show to put on.
So you're saying no Joe Rocks on Alpha Night? Is that what you're saying?
No, I would never say anything like that because you know Joe Rocks is the boss.
Yeah. Okay.
But you just haven't seen him kind of segment himself into Wednesday night. Have you noticed that?
I've noticed that.
But hey, I'm not going there. Okay. And hey, it's about time for us to get out of here. So stay tuned on Armed Radio, tune in satellite, and listen to the rest of the shows tonight. You're going to have a great time. If you get a chance, call in and talk to our buddy Randy, Big Swole, and give Glenn Spillman a call. He'll be having some updated sports information and information on the latest news on the Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor fight. That's something I'm looking forward to. So until next week, everybody, Jimmy, you got my music ready to go?
Yes, I do.
All right, man. Well, let's get out of here, and everybody have a great weekend.
So I stop in a local bar, you know, people. I go to the bar. I rent my coat. I call a bartender. I said, look, man, come down here. You got down there. So what you want? One bourbon, one scotch,